Good day, my name is Blue Suit and today I'll be going over my review of the early access top-down open world cyberpunk action game known as Glitchpunk. In Glitchpunk, you play as a futuristic cyberpunk android mercenary as you take on contracts from the city's three rival gangs in an effort to make some cash while destabilizing the tyrannical governments of a post-nuclear world. As the game begins, you have just washed ashore in New Baltia and are greeted by a commissary of civil registration who decides that you are technically not human and you have no rights. Fortunately, the government will allow you to stay in their fair city so long as you become their weapon and kill every single person they tell you to. From there, you're allowed to accept whatever missions you choose and go nuts shooting and rampaging in the streets of Glitchpunk. Each mission will belong to one of three gangs of the city, the Ordo Cult, the Reapers, or the Plague Bearers, who all have a section of the city that they control. As you complete missions for a particular gang, their reputation of you will rise, but running around slaughtering the gangs in the streets for fun, and even though it'll make the other gangs like you more, will have a negative impact on how that gang sees you. If a certain gang really doesn't like you, they'll even make it a point to attack you on sight in the streets. Death and murder are a common occurrence in Glitchpunk, and to survive you're going to need to be doing a lot of it. Pretty much every single mission or objective in the game is to either kill something or to run away after killing something, with no real variation from this formula except to throw in edgy bits of dialogue to reinforce what a miserable town you live in. Currently, the only playable city is New Baltia, a cloudy port town that's chock full of stores, jobs, and pizza. But later on, Moscow, Outpost, Texas, and New Tokyo will be added as playable cities. I had several issues with the map in general, but first is in its design. It's structured well with lots of weapons to buy and pawn shops to visit and jobs to pick up, but it's just really not a fun place to explore. For starters, every part of the map that I visited looked the exact same. Even though there are distinct districts and gang-owned territory, every inch of the map is bathed in this fuzzy, grayish green glow that makes every location feel the same and very difficult to really see anything when you're driving around. On top of that, it seems like everywhere you go in Glitchpunk, you can hear a crying baby screaming over the sounds of the street. The driving in general is really a big problem right now, as it seems at war with the camera and the controls. I highly recommend turning off relative steering, as this at least makes it somewhat more manageable. The issues with the camera are that it doesn't zoom out nearly enough, preventing you from driving too fast or else you won't be able to actually see where you're going, and additionally the camera can't be rotated or moved at all, so there's a host of perspective issues and visual bugs where the camera's trying to react to your movements, adding to how difficult it is to really see and control your character, especially while in a car. The redeeming factor in Glitchpunk's gameplay, however, is in all of the ways that you can engage your enemies. There are a healthy choice of weapons to sink your teeth into, but the real fun lies in all the modules that you can equip on your body. Picked up as quest rewards or from pawn shops, these mechanical implants can provide you with useful passive bonuses to your stats, or unique active abilities that let you hack into enemies, cars, or even select machines. You can drain a person's bank account just by walking past them, or cause them to go into a murderous frenzy, attacking everyone in sight. A particularly useful skill against Glitchpunk's police force, as they seem to be literally everywhere, waiting for you to break the law so they can try to murder you. Hacking vending machines to overheat or spit out money is great too, but there are a few things as satisfying as hacking someone else's car to remotely engage the handbrake or burst into flames. The modules that are available are somewhat limited, but each one comes in different power levels, allowing you to get rid of them later for their upgraded versions. These modules give you a ton of ways to engage enemies and encounters, and because of them I honestly had the most fun just ignoring the main plot and just running around killing bad guys. You'll eventually die, of course, but it's only a $200 fine and you respawn at the nearest hospital. You do have a safe house as well, which serves as Glitchpunk's very limited save feature. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to save my game, and for a while I actually didn't even think it was possible because I couldn't find any tutorials on how to do it. Finally, I discovered that the only way to save your game is to go to the only safe house in the entire game and log your save. There's no other place to accomplish this, and there isn't even any autosave either. As an early access title, Glitchpunk does suffer from some early development issues that players should be aware of before picking it up. The first issue is that there are a large amount of bugs in the game already that range from comical to mildly annoying. Breaking through the walls of the map is never a fun one, as it almost always leads to your death, but most of the time these bugs show up as fighting an awkward camera angle or consistently running yourself over with your car. The second issue is that it all around feels very undeveloped, even for a day one early access title, as the controls are still very sloppy and there really isn't that much content to do. You can pick up Glitchpunk when it launches into early access on Steam tomorrow, August 11th, 2021. It's a fun, arcadey, old-school GTA experience with a cyberpunk skin. It's fun for a few hours of carnage and mayhem, but it's substantially held back by its lack of depth, awkward controls, and bugs, so I'm valuing Glitchpunk at $9 in its current state, and I recommend checking back on this one after a couple developmental patches. I hope you enjoy this review of Glitchpunk. Come see me on Twitch where you can watch our reviews in progress 5 nights a week. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Until next time, peace!